So I had an old associate that used to say, losers have meetings and winners have parties. So that's why we invited you to join us. That's also why I've prepared 6 pages, single-spaced typed out to tell you about right now. So the invitation you got said, our past becomes our future. So we were kind of thinking about this, and you know, if you think about bourbon as a spirit, right? This is a spirit that comes from all of these organic things, whether it's corn, the rye, the barley that's grown. Those things are all affected by the history that happened during that growing cycle. So no 2 fields of grain are going to be alike. Then we distill that stuff and we put it into barrels. And these oak barrels, crafted by hand, also coming from oak trees. No 2 parts of that tree are the same. No 2 parts of that tree experience the same growth cycle either. So you have that variability. And so literally all of that history is captured in the moment it's distilled and put into the barrel, and it impacts the future, right? It impacts that future. So 10 years ago, this distillery was started here by my predecessor, Ross, and he put all of that history kind of in here, and now, you know, that history I think has matured, and we're wanting to share it with you guys. So we're personally celebrating the past 2 years of transforming this place and taking it to the next level and introducing it hopefully to Kentucky and the rest of the world. So of course we're going to change, but the spirit of the place and experience, and you know, the sensation of sitting out back, enjoying Kentucky through the taste of the bourbon, through the smell of old oak, the smell of bonfires, watching the corn mature and grow and then finally turn brown and be harvested. That's the part we want to preserve and make sure it doesn't change. So our past becomes our future, right? Is kind of the deal. So why the name change? Well, this was, everybody asked this question, so I would go ahead and feel like we should get it out of the way. It's actually our original name. The original name of this place was Whiskey Thief Distilling Company. It's what our distiller's permit, everything like that. At some point, Ross changed the name, got a DBA to Three Boys Farm Distillery in honor of his triplet sons. So the name of the farm, we plan to always keep as being Three Boys Farm, but we just thought the Whiskey Thief name, the original name, was so cool, and it was time that our past becomes our future, and we bring that name back out. Plus the fact that tool that everybody came and served, if you don't know this, bourbon to, is called the Whiskey Thief. So it's a big part of what we do, it's a big part of our experience, and so that's kind of what we want to be known for, is that. If you don't know what we do, we celebrate the single barrel. Right, so I was trying to explain this to my friend Tom here earlier. So no 2 barrels are alike, no 2 barrels are the same. So we really celebrate that single barrel and that uniqueness of that barrel as it matures and changes. Even the temperature, barometric pressure, and humidity in this barn will change the flavor of those barrels over time. We use the Whiskey Thief, like I said, to let our visitors taste the bourbon. And as we say, the whole thing is from the land to the hand, right? So we go all the way from the corn that we grow, that we use in our bourbon, all the way into the barrel and then into your glass. So fast, we came up with this little manifesto, and I promise there's going to be lots of bourbon here in a minute, okay? So just bear with me. Came up with this little manifesto while we were doing this, which I wanted to share a little bit of it, which is that, you know, we hope that your experience here is authentic, surprising, approachable, and adventurous. That's a big part of who we are. And we believe bourbon is best when it's true to its roots, partnered with great company and a generous dose of Kentucky hospitality, out on the land, straight from the barrel, uncut and unfiltered. Because every time people taste here, it is straight from the barrel, uncut and unfiltered in everything we do, which is a big differentiator. We are very passionate citizens of Franklin County. So our Franklin County partners are here, which is awesome. In fact, as this logo starts to change over time, Three Boys Farm will stay part of the logo, but Franklin County will start to be put it there a little more prominently because, you know, we've sort of been always kind of Frankfurt, and while we love Frankfurt, and it's, you know, it's where we are, it's our address and all that, really, a lot of times people expect a more kind of city thing when they get here. So we love Franklin County. And we know the best bourbon is made in Franklin County, obviously, right? So it's the terroir, Tom, terroir of Franklin County. There's also some other things we're celebrating tonight. And to do that, I'd like to introduce Eric Gregory, who's the president of the Kentucky Distillers Association, a fellow native of Henderson, Kentucky. So Henderson people, if you don't know, we're tight, like we hang tight. So, he's just been an unbelievable partner to us from the first time I called him and said, hey man, I have no idea what I'm doing. I sobered up and I own a distillery. Can you help me? And he's like, sure, we got you. So, Eric.
He's not joking. That's what he said. I mean, seriously. He said, I sobered up and I lost my checkbook, I think, and bought a distillery. So no, thank you, Walter. Congratulations. And yes, us Henderson boys got to stick together. That's right. So you have made a lot of changes. You really have. And you spent a lot of money. And you're dedicated and passionate. And that's what makes great bourbon for Kentucky. And so while you have made changes, you've stuck to the spirit and the authenticity. And we're very proud of you for that and thankful, because we are the birthplace of bourbon. We are the one true authentic home for bourbon. And you're continuing that legacy and building the next generation of our timeless craft. And we certainly appreciate that. So, but I'm not going to hold us up too much just because we're going to taste this great whiskey here in a minute. But yes, we did have a special announcement. One of the things when I first talked to Walter, I did say, what's your goal, what's your vision? And he said, well, I'd like to join the KDA and I'd like to be on the bourbon trail. And I was like, okay, we'll help with that. So yes, we are proud to announce that Whiskey Thief Distilling Company is the newest member of the Kentucky Bourbon Trail Craft Tour. Bringing visitors from all around the world to Franklin County here to see this fantastic distillery, this beautiful countryside, and participate in all things bourbon here. You're the 24th, we're celebrating our 10th anniversary this year. Mandy Ryan here is our head of Kentucky Bourbon Trail Experiences, and I know she, back 10 years ago, we're like, man, we never thought it'd be growing this big, but it truly has. So we are proud and honored, Walter, to welcome you to the Kentucky Bourbon Trail. Thank you for being such a great KDA member, being so passionate and responsible, and such a great advocate for our industry. We certainly appreciate you, sir. Cheers.
Man, that felt good, really. Actually, that was a big project getting that done, Eric, and that felt pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. We'll see about 30,000 visitors through this little barn this year, and now with being on the trail, I'm not even sure I'm ready for what's gonna happen next, but we're gonna get there. And I have an unbelievable team. I think they're the best in bourbon. I'm a little biased in that regard, probably, but I think we got the best team in bourbon. They work incredibly hard. They help clean up this place. They help make it what it is today. All of the best ideas are considered and implemented, and we couldn't do it without them. So I would like to give a round of applause to the Whiskey Thief team. They're wearing these jackets, and you should clap it a little louder because they're going to be serving the bourbon. So anyway, I couldn't be more appreciative. So to all of those things, let's have a great party. Appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Cheers.